Picture this, the grand finale's dust has barely settled on the battlefield where the Demon King, the Demon King, the one who's been terrorizing kingdoms for eons, finally bites the dust. Cheers erupt, heroes high five, and the party's in full swing. But our story doesn't kick off with a victory lap. No, it rewinds a smidge, zooming in on Frieren, the ancient elf mage who's been slinging spells like confetti for over 1,000 years. She's the pint-sized powerhouse with silver hair that flows like moonlight on a still lake, eyes that have seen civilizations crumble, and a vibe that's equal parts eternal wisdom and I forgot what day it is. Cut to 50 years later because time's a cheeky bastard when you're immortal and Frieren standing at a graveside, staring down at the tombstone of Himmel, the golden-haired hero who led the ragtag demon-slaying crew. Himmel, the guy who could charm a dragon into tap dancing, the one whose every grin felt like a promise of tomorrow. He's gone, turned to dust, and Frieren's, well, she's fine asterisk. Or so she thinks. That quiet regret hits like a gut punch, all those years questing side by side, and she never really asterisk him. Never caught the way his laugh crinkled his eyes or how he'd sneak extra marshmallows into her stew just to watch her blink in mild confusion. Immortality? It's less a gift and more a slow burn cuss when your best buds are mayflies in comparison. So, what does an elf do with the millennium of loneliness gnawing at her? She sets off on a solo stroll across the continent, collecting grimoires like their Pokémon cards because magic coding is her love language. But Faith, that meddlesome matchmaker, has other plans. Into Fern, a teenage human mage with purple braids sharper than her tongue and a deadpan stare that could curdle milk. Fern's no wide-eyed newbie, she's Himmel's protégé, trained under the legendary Frieren's old mentor, because plot circles are tidy like that. Fern joins up after Frieren kinda sort adopts her in a useful, let's not die alone kinda way. The dynamic? It's like if you're quirky and crashed your study session endless bickering over spell efficiency, with Fern rolling her eyes so hard they might detach. Then there's Stark, the axe-wielding warrior who's basically a walking puppy, big, red-haired, heart of gold, and terrified of his own shadow in a fight. Often by demons, trained by Eisen, the dwarf tank from the old party, still kicking at 120 plus, Stark's the comic relief who accidentally saves the day. He tags along after Frieren and Fern bail him out of a bandit scrap, turning their duo into a trio that's equal parts found family and why do I put up with these weirdos? The season unfolds like a meandering road trip through a watercolor fantasy world, rolling hills dotted with sleepy villages, ancient ruins with spring forgotten spells, and the occasional demon ambush to keep the adrenaline spice. Big moments? Oh honey. Episode 1 drops the emotional haymaker with Himmel's funeral, setting the tone. This ain't your standard shonen grind. It's introspective, laced with melancholy that sneaks up like morning fog. We flash back to the party's glory days raiding the Demon King's castle, bantering over campfires, Frieren zoning out mid-convo because a rare bird caught her eye. It's these vignettes that make your chest ache. Himmel's quiet heroism shines brightest in the small stuff, like gifting Frieren a hairpin she treasures for decades without realizing why. As they journey north to the land of the elves, Frieren's kinda sorta homeland, full of tree-hugging isolationists, the hits keep coming. There's the mimic chest that nearly turns Fern into demon chuck, Frieren's casual Zoltrop be melting it like butter. Other time they crash a mage exam where Frieren's simple illusion spell spawns the dragon that levels the joint, leaving examiners slack-jawed. And don't get me started on Sarai, the haughty elf archmage who's basically Frieren's big sis, ageless, arrogant, and obsessed with perfect mono-control. The mentor-apprentice reunion. It's a masterclass in passive-aggressive spell slinging, with Frieren dodging compliments like their cusses. The vibe. It's a gentle simmer of wonder and wistfulness, wrapped in bursts of heart-pounding action. Think Studio Ghibli meets a philosophical D&D campaign, lush forests that breathe, spells that crackle like summer lightning, and silences heavy with unspoken grief. By season's end, as Frieren stares out over the horizon, you feel it, this journey is just warming up. She's not chasing glory anymore, she's chasing connection, one awkward hug and spellbook swap at a time. And damn it doesn't make you want to pack a bag and follow her. Madhouse, those animation whizzes behind everything from Death Note One Punch Man treat Frieren like a love letter to fantasy artistry. The art style? It's a feast of crisp line work that dances between ethereal softness and razor sharp detail, like someone bottled the manga's delicate panel shout-out to Tsukasa Aid's illustrations, all flowing robes and expressive eyes and breathe digital life into M. Backgrounds are the real MVPs, sprawling landscapes that shift from golden hour meadows to shadowy demon layers with a painted glow. Every frame feels lived in, from the dukest wildflowers underfoot to the star-flecked skies where Frieren practices her spells at dawn. It's not hyper-stylized like Jujutsu Kaisen gas fever dream fights, it's grounded, inviting you to linger like you're flipping through a high-end art book. Animation-wise, the magic sequences are pure poetry. Frieren Soulrock. That basic bolt of death mono. It erupts in a helix of azure light, twisting like a living vine before slamming home with crack that echoes in your bones. The fluidity of Jessica's particles shimmer, shadows warp, and the recoil ripples through her tiny frame like she's conducting an orchestra of destruction. Fern's staff twirls get this elegant snap, her barriers unfolding like origami shields, while Stark's axe swings carrying meteor wax that make you feel the heft. Even quiet moments pop, Himmel's flashbacks rendered in warmer, sepia-tinged hues, his movements loose and heroic, contrasting Frieren's precise, almost mechanical grace. It's all elevated by Kevin Penkin's score, those haunting flutes and swelling strings that tug your heartstrings without mercy. Now, gentle nudge time, while the highs are stratospheric, it's not flawless. Some episode-to-episode consistency dips slightly lean heavier on stills and pans to savor the mood, which works for introspection but can feel static if you're jonesing for constant motion. Demon designs? Killer in concept, those airy porcelain masked freaks with voices like velvet-wrapped knives, but a few fights resolve a tad quick, leaving you wanting more choreography depth. And the color palette, while gorgeous, skews cool tone throughout, blues and greens dominate, which amps the melancholy but occasionally meets the warmth in human moments. Could have used a splash more vibrancy in village scenes to balance the blues. Still, these are quibbles, and a season that clocks in at 28 episodes of near perfection. Madhouse didn't just adapt the manga, they amplified its soul. If Frieren, Beyond Journey's End Season 1 doesn't leave you equal parts gutted and grinning, check your pulse. This shows a slow burn revelation, flipping the hero's journey on its pointy elf ears to ask, what if the real quest starts after the big bad's toast? It's got me obsessed with its unflinching honesty about time, how it devours the people we love, leaving echoes in happy trinkets and half-remembered jokes. Frieren's arc. Gold. Watching this near-emotionless Fellner thaw, one Fern eye roll and Stark panic at a time, feels like witnessing a glacier calve into a river, inevitable, beautiful, and a little terrifying. The supporting cast steals scenes Fern's tunges as my spirit animal, and Himmel's ghost haunts every frame without ever feeling cheap. Humor lands light in Drew, Frieren's deadpan a demon. Neat mid-massacre, or Stark sign brave. From behind you flops. Critiques? Its deliberate pacing might test binge watchers weaned on explosion porn episodes can meander like Frieren's own footsteps but disappoint. This series rewards patience, blooming into profundity. Based on the manga's trajectory per official Viz Media synopsis and Yamada/Abe interviews in Weekly Shonen Sunday it's built into epic reunions and heart-wrenching farewells that could redefine fantasy comfort food. Fingers crossed for Season 2, more Eyes and Dwarf wisdom, deeper dives into elven politics, Their Eyes Got Layers, y'all, and maybe please a Himmel flashback arc that doesn't wreck us to bad. Till then, Frieren gets etched in my brain like one of her forbidden spells. Grab a coffee, cue it up, and let's geek out more. Your turn to spill, Team Fern's precision or Frieren's whimsy.